December 1944. The Ardennes forest lay frozen under a sky of steel-grey clouds. Snow swallowed the roads. Fog smothered the treetops. It was the quietest sector of the Western Front, so quiet that American commanders believed nothing significant could happen there. They were wrong. At dawn on December 16, the forest erupted. Over 200,000 German troops, supported by tanks, artillery, and elite SS formations, smashed into thin American lines. Hitler called it Operation Wacht am Rhein, a desperate gamble to split the Allied armies, recapture Antwerp, and force a negotiated peace. It was not a random attack. It was a calculated strike aimed at the weakest point of the Allied front. The Americans were caught off guard. Green divisions held vast stretches of forest. Communications collapsed, roads jammed with retreating vehicles. Fog grounded Allied aircraft, giving German armor free movement. The Nazi advance punched deep, creating the famous Bulge on Allied maps. For days, it looked like history was turning backward, but inside that chaos, small American units did something extraordinary. At crossroads, hilltops, frozen villages, and forest trails, isolated groups of U.S. infantry refused to retreat. Their stand slowed the German timetable by hours, then by days, and time was the one thing Germany did not have. At Bastogne, the 101st Airborne held the town against overwhelming odds, surrounded on all sides, low on food, ammunition, and medical supplies. When the Germans demanded surrender, General McAuliffe answered with one word: nuts. Meanwhile, at Elsenborn Ridge, American artillery and infantry stopped the spearhead of Germany's most powerful armor, the 6th Panzer Army, preventing them from reaching key roads needed for the breakthrough. As the weather cleared, Allied aircraft returned. P-47 Thunderbolts turned the snowy roads into graveyards of burning tanks. Fuel shortages crippled German mobility, and the offensive, once bold and terrifying, began to collapse under its own weight. By January 1945, the Bulge vanished. The line was restored. The Germans had spent their last reserves. The offensive meant to change the war, accelerated their defeat instead. The Battle of the Bulge was not just a clash of armies. It was a clash of endurance, a battle where inexperienced American soldiers held firm against Germany's final gamble, and proved that sometimes the fate of a continent rests on small groups of men who simply refuse to break.